Welcome. Welcome. Can you hear me? Hold on. Let me restart. Let me try one more time. And it's magic in a young girl's heart. You need to believe her wherever you are. Say it's magic. Good. I think you can hear me now. Good sunrise, everyone. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hey, Namira. Good morning. Oh, look at that flame. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today at Anonnie's Temple. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. It looks like the aura is a bit of white. I saw a bit of blue over here, you see? We have a bit of purple here. So let's tap into the prophecy on this day. Hey, good morning. Y'all, I feel like I have so much that I want to tell you. I don't know about you, but it's been one hell of a week. It really has been. Um, and, I say that with gratitude, but also just a little bit of surprise on how you really do receive everything that you want. And that's what this week, or the past 2 weeks, I'll say, have really shown me. So I'm going to see what the cards want to say on this day. The planets are going insane right now. What are they doing? I think we just had a new moon in Aquarius. Yeah, it was wild. That new moon in Aquarius was wild. But it's like I can feel the energy of change and the energy of old identities being washed away. Like I can tell that every time I engage in an activity or a behavior that I no longer want to manifest into my future, that no longer aligns with like my future self or the self that I imagine myself to be, it's like incredibly painful. It's like I can immediately tell because I'm immediately in some form of like distress. So I would say pay attention to distress signals. And to be honest, I want to say to pay attention to distress signals no matter what you have around you. So, like recently, I ended up feeling a lot of distress because I was talking myself out of something that I really want. And when I wasn't necessarily talking myself out of it. I was talking myself in this mental space of how I didn't deserve it or why it wouldn't want me or why it wouldn't work out. And when I tell you, I spent like one day doing that and it was so painful. And the next day I woke up and I was like, why did I treat myself that way? Like, why did I allow myself to be in such like a terrible mental space when something in front of me showed up that I exactly wanted? And I actually judged it because I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be this. I thought it was going to be that. When really the original manifestation of what I wanted showed up. And so I feel like this was like a huge lesson that I learned along the way. And I see whatever manifestation this is continuing for me. We have Ace of Wands and the Star, exactly. So I feel here that the manifestations are coming in. And so I would recommend and suggest doing the activities that help you to feel balanced and calm. And if you end up feeling like you're in a strong emotional state, allow it to pass, but also recognize that you can't always just trust your thoughts. The Star and Ace of Wands is momentum for the wish fulfillment to show up physically now. Okay? Oh, let's see. What did you say here? You said Mars and Pluto. So they were all in Capricorn, almost all of them. Okay, so that's why it felt like detaching from devil energy. That makes sense. Detaching from temptations or recognizing behaviors that we no longer want. Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles here, which is insane. That makes sense with the Capricorn energy for sure, as well as Pluto. The energy was heavy. Yeah, Pluto, and it's going to be here getting more wacky right now for the next few months. Oh gosh, okay. All right, so let's see what's going to pop out in the cards on this day. Let's get in our prayer. I heard a jaguar. Either someone's spirit animal is a jaguar, or you're about to purchase a jaguar, as in the vehicle, as in the car. A very sleek vehicle. I feel here there's going to be something significant either about a jaguar as a spirit animal or a jaguar as a car for you. And it could be yours or it could be like a partner of yours. They have a jaguar. I heard for some of you it's in green, like a moss, like a deep green color. All right, let's get in our prayer and let me center. I heard epiphany. Thank you, Most High Divine Creator, Source One of all that is. On the joys, the highs, the dips, the lows, and the left to rights and sides, we give gratitude for this living experience. Thank you, Source, for these vessels, for these bodies, for these minds, bodies, and souls. Thank you for this embodiment. And we give gratitude for the riches which we inhabit and which continue to grow day by day and night by night. Thank you for the wealths of love in our lives and our living beings. And thank you for giving us the emotional, physical, and mental capacities to allow those wealths to continue to grow indefinitely. Thank you for the healing of our bloodline and our DNA as it expresses itself in safety, commitment, wealth, and love. Thank you, Source One, God consciousness, and Christ consciousness of all. I call in the ascended masters, which surround us in benevolence. I call in the divine angels and archangels who surround us in their guidance and compassion, who teach us the brilliant ways of our being. I call in benevolent ancestors whose blood runs through our veins, who protect us with ferocity. Glory be to the highest creator, Source One of all things, in the highest frequency of love. I receive your messages across my spiritual, physical, and psychic gifts and wealths, which also continue to grow. In gratitude to the highest creator of all things, I receive your messages with clarity. I deliver them with integrity, and I feel them with love. Ashe. I see here 6 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So I'm going to begin channeling now, okay? And the Lovers. I see here sentimentality entering your life. Maybe you have considered yourself to be a sentimental person, and by those means, then wish fulfillment is coming in for you. Something that you have been sentimental about, and this could even be something that hasn't even happened. But within you has grown a sentimentality for a specific love, a specific feeling, a specific experience, and you are standing here at the edge, ready for it to come in for you. I see here someone who may be larger than you, someone who you may see as admirable to you, actually handing you a cup, handing you your flowers. And this is the sentimentality and appreciation that divine is opening you up to this year, I am hearing. And I'm also hearing these coming months, meaning in the first quarter of this year. I see here your capacity for appreciation growing. And with this, I think there may be new or greater definitions of how it feels to be appreciated coming in for you. But even in this, I see love. And I see here an experience of several different ships coming in, which have different definitions and experiences of love for you to receive. I am seeing something here about photographs. You may be someone who's very sentimental regarding photo albums, looking at pictures, but by any means, with the Three of Wands here, this is coming in for you. You know, you may be someone who has a lot of pictures I'm seeing like on their social media or on their Instagram of you or of things that you do on a day to day. And I see a shift happening here where you have photos of experiences. I'm hearing X marks the spot. They told me that your manifestations know where you're standing. So there may have been an internal dialogue regarding whether or not these ships coming in for you know exactly where you are, or that they'll be able to find you wherever it is that you are. I feel here the universe is letting you know that you have specific coordinates that are undeniable. So it's not as though the 3D physical manifestation is similar to the universe being able to find you, it's different. In some ways, I feel there may have been an internal dialogue of worry that you sent a letter in the mail and somehow it's gotten a little detracted from its pathway on getting to you, or that it's going to get lost in the mailing system. This is incorrect. This is just an anxiety and a worry and a fear. And sometimes you can't always trust those thoughts. They're telling me here X marks the spot and you are standing on it. The ships know how to get to you. I see some of you here living in an older country. That's what I'm hearing. Some of you living in old country. Some of you may end up living in Switzerland. I'm hearing some of you may actually retire in Switzerland. Okay. But they're showing me a type of, I keep hearing old country, where the homes are made of bricks rather than cement, where the homes are made of stone or there's cobblestone on the streets. Some of you may end up living in old French country, on an old French countryside. That's what I'm hearing. Doesn't this look like an old French countryside? To me, it does. Let's continue. Six of Pentacles. Strength in the Three of Wands. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. This has been a long time coming. All right, let's pull. Most High, what would you like for me to read on this day? Glory be to thee, and I thank you so much. Four of Pentacles reversed, surrender. I feel here you are in the final phase of manifestation. You know how they teach you that you ask for it and then you align yourself with it. Then after you align yourself, you put forth the energy, you put forth the physical behaviors which align with the original manifestation, or that you align or that you associate with it. I feel here you've done 1, 2, and 3, and now you're on to 4. With the fourth part of the manifestation here, it's the surrendering. Surrendering the outcome and surrendering the 1, 2, 3, 4, the steps that are being taken. This is surrendering the how. And I feel here you should be very proud of yourself for being at this point in the manifestation. Give me a second here. I am hearing some type of epiphany that you'll have this year. Show me more of Four of Pentacles reversed. There's something here about loosening your grip. Some of you, they want you to recognize that when you get anxious, or if you are trying to physically control things, you may not realize that you walk around with your fists being like, what is this called? Like tightened. You may not realize that you are like walking around, like making a fist as a physical manifestation of how tightly you're trying to hold on to something here. So if you ever recognize during the day that you're kind of like your fists are balled up like this or that you're tense, that's an inkling that you need to practice being calm or practice surrendering. Okay? Show me this here. See, you know what's interesting? Look at how in this card you're right outside the countryside there. You see? You see how those buildings look the same, like they're made of the same material? It's like you're on the outskirts of the town that you've always wanted to live in, that you've always wanted to be in. And I feel like that's metaphorically. Okay? You're right on the outskirts, and now it's like time to surrender as you walk into the town square, like where you're meant to be. Show me a bit more. Okay, we have the star coming out again with the 8 of Wands. Then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see here. Just give me some time as I'm reading this here. They're showing me a couple of things, but the first thing that's coming through is actually a cosmic being. You may feel like at this time, recently, or that your past has been laden with your cup being empty. Or you may even feel in this time that you don't know who's filling your cup. When your cup runs empty, you maybe necessarily, it feels like you look around you and you don't know who's actually filling it up for you. There's a cosmic being who's been filling your cup. And they want you to know this, that they're on your side. This is an ally. You know, it's interesting. I was on social media and I saw somebody like make a post, or they just had like a status update that said, "Who is filling your cup when it's empty?" And this is coming through here. That it is safe for you to surrender, even when it feels like there's emptiness in your life. Because when you surrender, you are letting something larger than your own self fill you up. So you may have very physical oriented eyes at this time where you're like, oh, well, I want this physical being. I want this partner, this job, this item, this material thing to prove to me or to show itself to me in being available to me. And that means that the cup is being filled. You cannot rely on material things to regenerate. Only souls regenerate. Material dies, right? And then it cycles again. So I feel here if there's been a difficulty in trusting your pathway and the direction that you're headed in, because you feel that you don't have any allies, you have the greatest allies and the most powerful of them all. The star beings, the cosmic beings, the universal energy is your greatest ally. Okay? High Priestess, definitely. Definitely. High Priestess and Strength. Thank you, Divine. Okay. Is there anything else that this star being or this ethereal being would like to share with the Divine Collective? It's a feminine energy. And I feel here it's like a feminine energy of grace. Because With the Four of Pentacles being in the reversed as the first card, I feel that this is like impatience. Maybe you're worried about timing. Maybe you're worried about whether or not there's enough time, or whether you're on path, the 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something here about releasing the mathematics of life and allowing the code to generate. It's like you're trying to watch the code as it is fulfilling its prophecy. You need to, in some ways, release or look in a different direction and allow the code to run through, right? Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Seven of Cups. Show me this. Show me Seven of Cups. Thank you. 10 of Cups. The Fool. Beautiful. And the Empress. Wow. I'm hearing the song Call Me Mother by RuPaul. And then we have Page of Cups and the Sun. Childlike energy, honoring the inner child, doing what makes you happy, allowing joy and happiness in. It's the type of playfulness that you had when you were a child. I see here that several manifestations are coming in at once for you. And it's, in some ways, it feels like an interconnected system, or like they all have this like string that connects all of them together for you. Give me a second here. Give me some time. There's something about the Seven of Cups energy here. You know, I feel here like Empress energy. I feel like this is who you are being, who you're becoming, who you are growing into this year. Empress energy does not have all the answers. And I feel that this is what you are grounding yourself in actually now. The Fool is taking a leap of faith, and the Empress knows how to do this beautifully. Because she can receive, because she trusts her intuition, but also she trusts the divine feminine energy that is really running this realm in and of itself. There's this energy here where the Empress is leaping and taking a leap of faith because she knows that she will be caught, so to speak. She knows that she will be catered to because that's her purpose. Show me a bit more here, Most High. Thank you. Seven of Cups and the Empress. We have the Lovers again. Show me the Empress and the Fool, please. The Magician. Okay. And show me the Fool and 10 of Cups. 6 of Swords. Yeah. So 8 of Cups and then Temperance. So I'm going to stop pulling here for the Gold Tarot. I see you moving into a space of peace. And I want you to know, whoever this message is for, your state of peace comes from letting go. And that may be nerve-wracking or intimidating for you. And they're telling me because of childhood, like maybe when you were a child and things were uncertain, It felt threatening for you. Seven of Cups, the energy of indecision, not fully knowing, the energy of not knowing the how and just knowing the outcome, but not knowing how you're going to get there, comes from a childhood experience where uncertainty meant danger in some type of way. They're showing me something about going to hide in a closet when you were a kid, or going to hide in a corner, or just trying to hide in a dark place until something threatening passed by. And what was threatening about it was never actually defined for you what was happening. So when something seems like it's Seven of Cups or it's smoke and mirrors, you have grown into adulthood learning how to control that, how to control the outcome so that you feel more stable. You're growing into a state of peace here, which means that there's actually safety for the Empress in uncertainty. Because when you are receiving, right, the title of this video is you actually do get everything that you want. So when you're receiving, do you need to know that the package is coming on Saturday? Or do you come back from your run in the morning and the package is just already there at your front door? Or are you sitting in front of the computer constantly refreshing the page, wondering when the package is going to arrive? That is control. So whoever this message is for, and I'm going to close it out here, you are transitioning into a state of grace. And this state of grace also includes receiving a lover here. So it may feel like it's a leap of faith into the unknown, and guess what? This is exactly how it is meant to feel. You are transitioning into a state of grace that includes love, family, and belonging. 10 of Cups. So allow yourself to release. Okay? I will also recommend that maybe you try some stretching to release some tension in the body in the mornings, okay? Did you want to say more about this 10 of Cups, Most High Divine, or can I try another deck? Thank you, Creator. Judgment, beautiful. That's an end, okay? 6 of Pentacles. So let me tell you as the final message here, you are not forever alone. That is a fallacy. That is the ego speaking out of fear, right? That with the 6 of Pentacles here, you will always be destitute, or that you will always be begging. That's a fallacy here. You know, the thing is, this 6 of Pentacles represents ask and it is given. And so if you are asking for love, commitment, and the wealth of being in a living embodiment where love is truly there for you, the answer is yes. The judgment is yes. And it is being given to you. Okay? You are not a beggar. Okay? 2 of Pentacles showed itself, so we're going to transition. And I'm only going to do one other deck. Who wants to come through? I'm seeing Unicorn Tarot, but also Joie de Vivre. Page of Swords, 10 of Cups. Let's try Unicorn Tarot. And I'm going to get a couple from the Kipperish deck. So let's get some Oracle cards here. Let's get a second message. Vampire, Ace of Swords. So let's talk about something new. So I think, usually when I pull from the Kipperish deck, okay, it ends up being messages about karmic energies. So I feel like, 10 of Wands and Ice King. So we're going to tap into it. So usually when I pull from Kipperish, it tends to be like karmic messages or messages about energies that are like processing their trauma. And it tends to be energies that are external to you, not necessarily what you are going through specifically. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, Then stick around. Ice King and ritual. All right. I'm going to take this Ice King out. Let's see what his issue is. Who is this Ice King and what is his problem? I'm seeing a masculine energy here who actually gets his eyebrows done. He either threads them or he plucks them. But he has bushy eyebrows. Show me. Imprisonment. Yeah, we know. Show me. It's really bizarre. Ancestors in the reversed. Oh my. I'm going to pull two more. Bliss. Oh gosh. Healer on the fence. Hard work, labor, efforts, and real love. So we're going to talk about and family here and distant future. We're going to talk about a masculine energy here who didn't listen to his ancestors when they told him to work on having a family with you. Okay? With the Ice King here, imprisonment and ancestors in the reversed and healer on the fence, this person is really struggling because they're experiencing imprisonment. And maybe it's physical imprisonment, but I'm going to speak in terms of spiritual imprisonment here. It's like this person feels like there's a spotlight on them and they're just stuck in darkness. And with the ancestors coming out in the reversed, they didn't listen to their better judgment here. I feel like ancestors literally told them what they should and should not be doing, and they didn't listen. This spotlight on them is also giving me like headlights from a police car. Okay, this person is really not sure of how to heal the space that they're in. They don't know what to do to make it right or to better their situation. Ancestors coming out in the reverse for them is really, it's not good. It's like they don't even know if they have any spiritual protection anymore. And whoever this person is, they're feeling trapped while you are in this state of bliss, working on how to fulfill love and family in your life. You see how the theme of family is still coming out here. Show me more about this Ice King. Ancestors, clarify ancestors in the reverse because that's very serious here. Show me ancestors in the reverse. There's something here about, like, I don't know if it's military service as a punishment, but they're showing me like this masculine energy. There's a transition that happens to them physically when they become imprisoned. And it's devastating to him, he's saying. That he doesn't get to wear the clothes that he got to wear on the outside. Like he just has to wear an orange jumpsuit. He doesn't get to have like a skincare routine. And he's saying something about how they shave his head. Like he goes from this state of like ego to suddenly feeling very frail and having a lack of sovereignty over his own body. My. Show me ancestors in the reverse. What happened here, ancestors? I'm going to try a couple. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop. We have high honor. Can ancestors really do this? Nice guy. And look at how this flew over on top of him. Single, sexy, and successful. This is what I'm going to say here with awakening. I feel here like you had someone who you could have been in a relationship with, but they descended. That's what ancestors in the reversed means. They didn't answer the call, they didn't fulfill their part of the mission. And when that happens, when someone doesn't answer the call that comes from their ancestors that they're told to fulfill, they end up going into a state of imprisonment where nothing is working out. Nothing is growing, nothing is moving, and they need to figure out how to help themselves. This Ice King is stuck in a state of, what is this called? Victimized. He feels victimized. Okay? And I want to tell you here, if you maybe have been having some thoughts where you're afraid that you've been victimized or that you don't know how to help yourself, they're projections coming from this king. Because you here are working. This person is stuck. This person didn't fulfill what they were meant to do to be in high honor with you. And that's why the ancestors are in the reversed. They decided against the Ice King. Okay? You have someone else here. Surprise and ritual. Let's try pulling from the Unicorn Tarot and seeing if they want to clarify anything. Eight of Pentacles and the Temperance energy. And this is going to be the last message I'll do today. Thank you all. Namira said, yes, my person been there too in jail. Yeah. So you're showing up as single, sexy, and successful, and that's how this person sees you. Show me anything else over here, Unicorn Tarot, about this Ice King. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Empress energy again. And then the World. That's it. Ace of Wands. And then the Four of Pentacles again. I see here that this Ice King, whoever they are, they're feeling victimized by their life because you are not. And this masculine is feeling like emasculated in some ways because they don't know how to take action to heal what is holding them back in life. And so it's like a strange, like, love and hate line that this person feels for you because you actually show up as a representation of who they wish that they could be. The type of creativity and motivation they wish that they could embody to go after, to grab, to go after what they want in life. And so they just watch you continuously doing better for yourself, being more and more successful. And now this person is watching you grow and fully envelop the honor of your Empress energy that they saw in you all along. Again, it's coming through very clearly that there's a new lover here for you. There's family, there's real love, there's relationship. And this is what your focus is in this new year as well. You have a new person here who matches the high honor of your spiritual energy. And they'll match you as the Empress as well. They will match their Emperor energy to your Empress energy. Okay? All right, let's do joie de vivre, and I think that's going to be it, everyone. Thank you, Divine. Do you have any advice for what the Divine Collective should do about this Ice King? Any advice? Thank you, Creator. I don't think so. There we go. Ooh, the advice is judgment. And judgment fell out over here on the Ace of Cups and your bliss. Whoever this Ice King is, I think you need to also release them and let them go. Because I feel here that this person is trying to project onto you that their problems are your problems. You see what I mean? It's like they're trying to project onto you that they're so unhappy and unfulfilled. You need to look back and pull them up with you. And they're feeling victimized because they're wondering who's going to help them, who is going to uplift them, who's going to offer a helping hand. And this Ice King needs to realize no one. You need to do it for yourself first. So whatever this Ice King has been through in the imprisonment that they're in, that's their judgment. And on the other end of the spectrum, your judgment here is love and fulfillment in your heart space, satisfaction in love, bliss and family. Ten of Cups and the Devil. Okay. All right, everyone. Yeah, look, 10 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the Empress here. It's like someone and the 7 of Swords. You know what's really weird about this? It's almost like someone can look in the mirror and they kind of like repeat to themselves what they want to say to you, but they're saying it about themselves. It's very bizarre. It's kind of like someone is stuck in a prison cell or someone is stuck in a spiritual prison. And they're kind of like, oh, if you never did that to me, then this would have happened. And you deserve that because that happened to me. And if you never did this, or you are this way and you are that way. But really, this person needs to see that they're speaking to a mirror. Okay? They're speaking to themselves. All right? So I just want to say here, Ace of Swords, we're going to close this out. Yeah, Empress in the reversed. This person is stuck feeling insignificant compared to you. Okay. All right. So final messages, Most High Divine Creator. Let's get final messages from all of the cards. Oh, that's what they were saying here. The Hanged Man and the Moon with the 5 of Cups. Be mindful of wallowing in energy connected to loss. Okay? Because that's never the case with you. That's this energy projecting that they have lost so much because of you. And that's not the case. That's their own ego lying to them. Okay? So again, be mindful because this is an Ice King. This is a King of Swords who rules over the thought space, the mental space, and intelligence. So if you are monitoring your thoughts, be mindful of what they're saying about you, okay? Because he's projecting a hell of a lot, all right? All right, let's close this out. So whenever I close out the message, I pull from each of the decks to get the final messages. Ace of Wands and Judgment. Don't feel bad for flourishing while somebody else is failing, okay? Final messages. Page of Pentacles, final messages. Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, and 10 of Swords, final messages, the Hermit. Yeah, 10 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the World. So I'm going to tell you one last thing about what this person is trying to manipulate in the mental space. This person feels imprisoned like they're going to be stuck and alone for forever. So if your mind ever kind of says that to you, it's a lie. It's not true. That's not your judgment. That's their judgment here. Okay. And it's because this person never wants you to be in a relationship, or they don't want you to be with someone who is emotionally intelligent because he is not. He's an Ice King. That's not emotional intelligence. Okay, so that's how this person is feeling. Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing they feel like they've been served this bread by the divine. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. All right, final messages from the Kipperish deck. Final messages from the Kipperish deck. Jezebel. Oh, is that who he's stuck with? Final messages from the Kipperish deck, please. Soulmate. That's what this person is saying. Surprise and divine feminine. Whoever this King of Swords energy is, he thought that you were too much of a Jezebel, or that you were a Jezebel and not fit for family life. And that's where he went wrong. He chose wrong. And he himself most likely ended up with this Jezebel energy, only to find that the real surprise was you were the real divine feminine. He made some type of assumptions about you. Maybe he tried to lie about you. Maybe he rejected you. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore, because you are moving on to a state of grace and peace. Okay? He is heartbroken only to find that you could have been a soulmate for him. Okay? But you no longer accept this person as a soulmate. All right, final messages, Unicorn Tarot, Most High Divine. Can we close this out with just a couple cards, please? Just to highlight or to summarize this reading. Just a couple of cards, Unicorn Tarot. Okay, thank you. Someone's name could be Justin. Okay, because I'm hearing Justin Bieber, the song, play out in my mind. Okay, so somebody's name here could be Justin. Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, who watches you in secret. The Hanged Man, they watch you in secret, and that's their fate. The Lovers here, check that out. Whoever this person is, their fate is to watch you fall in love with someone else, to have a family and to be happy, and to live in milk and honey, so to speak. That your needs are met romantically, lovingly, sexually, because check this card out, okay? Your needs are being fulfilled, and this person is, I'm gonna say this here and I'm gonna close it out. Whoever this Ice King is, they are damned. That's their judgment here. Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Hanged Man. They are damned to only watching you from afar and being stuck there. All right, y'all. Ooh, child. Okay. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading. Thank you all for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. As I share in the beginning, you can call me Anonnie. If you are interested in a personal reading, check out my email in the description box. Send me an email, okay? And I'd be happy to do a personal reading for you that could be a bit more specific, because right now this is just general readings. This is just collective readings, okay? I'm going to close out the energy of this reading, Most High Divine Creator of all things, Source God and Christ consciousness, in so much gratitude for the gifts you have given me. So much gratitude for all of the love that is in my being, in my life, that is to come, that has been, that will be, and that is here now. Most High, we are so grateful. Most High, we are so much love. Most High, we relish in the riches that you bless upon us. And as they continue to grow, we continue to receive. In the Empress energy, we open up to receiving, and we open up to the gifts and the love that you have for us. Thank you for showing us how to open up gently and comfortably, and so that we expand our capacities for the blessings you bestow upon us. I close out the energy of this reading and all of the portals I have been looking within and through. Glory be to the highest creator of all things, Ashe. Okay, everyone. How much was the item you wanted? Quick question. How much was the item you wanted? What item? I don't know what item you're talking about. Did I say I wanted something? I want it all, honey. So I'm just kidding. The one you fought with yourself over. I don't remember. I don't recall. But I appreciate you nonetheless. All right. I will see you all in the next one. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you catch me on the next live, and I will see you soon. Y'all be good. Bye. Oh, thank you. Oh, here's my Cash App. Anonnie's Temple. That's the Cash App that I have. I think it's just Anonnie's Temple. But yes, you can email me too. Thank you, everyone. Love, 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 and y'all be good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Blessings. See you.